Welcome back, everyone. Thought I would do something a little bit different this time in doing this section. It's raining outside. I figured I was going to give a shot at a bit of a tutorial sort of thing, building all of that layer by layer and just pretty much stopping each layer, because building this was hard enough for me to follow. What I will do for this one is I'm going to change back to just the basic texture pack, just so people actually understand what a comparator actually is meant to look like. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. It's very bright, isn't it? I see that wall looks completely different now. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pretty much try to get some top-down views, and if I need to, I'll run around and point out parts you can't see. But yeah, I'm using the granite as pretty much redstone blocks, so that if I'm ever underneath it, I don't actually mine out that block and ruin everything. So here goes. Right, first step, make sure you start under the front of the chest, so they should line up, and that repeater is set to 4 ticks and that one's set to 1. Other than that, I don't think there's too much else to say about this stage. Keeping in mind that side is input and this will be the output side. That step was pretty painless, but I thought I'd stop here before it gets really nasty. It was that block, yeah, that block with the torch, that block and that block, both with the comparators facing towards the back. Next stage, the next layer brings in a ton of the hoppers and starts the dropper line. Alright, here we go. See what I mean? Already looks confusing. So, droppers pointing up. This is the output which moves into the next section. So this line, there'll be a hopper line coming down which runs along the back of the chest, and then it will run out. That is the input. That will be connected up to the dropper line, the hopper line. It'll be here and goes into that dropper line to go back up. I'll show you quickly underneath so you can see. So facing that way and in, facing across, across and in, and then facing just straight out. Alright, next step, I'm actually just going to move the input hoppers to be into that dropper. You can go and you can go. So they'll come that way. It allows me to place the redstone like that. And you're there. And you're there. Alright, I'll keep working. Alright, a little bit more added. This layer here, this block, these hoppers, which these two are pointing back and that one's pointing in, which leads into this. Another line, another lot of droppers, and this, which is the start of the item elevator, which is just 2 blocks and a torch either side. I feel like I'm missing something. I reckon. One sec. It's getting kind of hard to check my own work here. No, where am I? There, yeah. That with decent redstone on it. Alright, next layer. So now it's just getting more complicated. Block on top of... I'll show you. There it is. So block on top of the torch. Torch is there, and that's on both sides. Another dropper height, another slab with redstone. These hoppers are actually pointing towards the chest because that is the line of chests I couldn't ever get to work. I don't know, you guys might have more luck than I did. What's that? Full block, half block, repeater, which will be pushing into... Yeah, that's not going to let me do that. We'll go there and there. And the torches on the back side of these, or front side. Yeah. I think that's right. That's pretty much just an alternating pattern going up from here. Okay, at this point it's getting pretty hard to double check my own work on the previous one, but it looks like it's just... I did it again. Another lot of blocks on top of those torches, torch either side, dropper, dropper, half slab, redstone, hoppers going into the chest now, and that block feeding off of those repeaters. Alright, so another chest. Another dropper. Another block. There and there. There and there. You there. Not that one. Another comparator, a repeater. That all looks pretty good. And put the block in. Alright. I think I'm getting the hang of this myself. Although I'm out of droppers. So that's not a good sign. Couple more blocks. Torches on the ends. Half slab and dust. some want-to-be chests, just so I can place the hoppers in. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go make some droppers and work out what I'm actually doing next. We got more torches in there. Alright, so my other one has... I went and actually put chests in instead of dirt now too. So the other one has this sort of setup. So now we just link up the hoppers to the droppers and connect up. Both sides. That's not gonna work. Where's my dropper? Gotta put the dropper facing into the hoppers first. Now the hopper. And what's next? Hope I'm doing this right. Block, torch, torch. And there, and there. Don't remember if I actually need that piece. Better go check. It's a breaking leg fall now. Nope, don't need it. I don't know, I reckon I'm done. Let's give it a test run. Let's go up these droppers at the moment. And that'll actually be landing in the top chest first, which obviously I can't reach from down here. Oh, blocks are in the way. Oh, that's not a good sign. See, that one works. Why didn't the dirt? Did it not work because of those blocks above it, maybe? Let's push the dirt through again. Oh, I reckon those blocks were stopping it. Okay, that is set up. I've loaded each of the chests. Or as you can see, it's just one block in each of the spaces. I've got a whole variety of things to shove in there. 6 of these are actually loaded for the 6 chests, and the rest should go to the overflow over there, which eventually will be the next section. But here we go. In, go. Alright, so it's just a waiting game. It's all firing, it's all working, all happy, and I fell. So that's empty. Bottlenecks itself here. So it's all going up. I'm too scared to open any of the chests over here because it will skip them if there happen to be a trapped chest. I've got my 5 dirt droppers and arrows. And is it finished? Yes, it's finished. That's 6, leave 1 behind. 6, leave 1 behind. Got to make sure that you leave them behind, otherwise any random object will land in that spot that you leave empty. So that works. Now I've just got to duplicate it over 2 more times. I think, yeah, 2 more times. So I'm going to keep going with my mining. So that's done. That's actually quite a lot of progress between the shots, but anyway, it was a lot faster building these two this time. Just knew what I was doing after having already done it twice. So yeah, just got to connect in a few more hoppers. Can I reach? No, I cannot. Alright. So this should be connecting up the systems to each other. I've run individual tests, but I'm all set up to run one big test. Oh, that's the final connected all in. Jump up. Where's a chest? So there's 18 chests here, all loaded with one type of item each. I have all the 18 all here. It's meant to be 5 each. So I'm going to dump all those in, and hopefully each chest will actually land up, well, hopefully they'll all go to each chest. And that's the overflow. I'm being OCD about my blocks, my stacks of 5. Right, that's all connected, isn't it? Alright, here we go. In. What else can I throw in just for fun? Food. Bucket. Those two should go through to the end. Hoppers are valuable if I lose. Alright, in it goes. Now it's just a bit of a wait. Wonder if there's a spot I can see where this is all working. Alright, so it's coming down. We're into this section already. Nothing's coming through to the end yet. Did I connect it all up? Well, it looks like, oh yeah, here we go. It's all coming through now. As I said, I had tested each individual module, but this is the big test now. What's that? Is that? That's just a chest. How much food did I put in? It looks like a lot more than I thought. Alright, so that's the food. I think I need some sort of indicator lamps to know once I've built all the walls around it, so I can see if it's got things going in. So I'm too scared to open any of the chests. So I can't open traps, so I can open normal ones. Oh, jackpot, found one that's actually doing it. Alright. I was a little bit sensible in the way I did it, so that they're all trapped and they're all just normal chests. Might have lost 2 bones. It's still working, but looks like it's all in the system somewhere now. Wonder if it's bottlenecked anywhere. No, so it's in. Six. First section works. 6. Is it done? Yep, alright. They've all got the 6. That one doesn't. Did I? Oh. Well, that's a slight problem. I'm missing the blocks right there. So those items are probably stuck in there somewhere. Okay, dropper tower for the overflow is in. It is effectively all the redstone underneath, the comparators, the clock thing, and it's half of this. So it's just that. And that's something I can throw. I should get 16 of them. So far so good. Perfect. Now I just need to link it into some chests. Should be pretty easy. Now I've just got the fun part. They're all empty. I've actually got to lay it all out. And I've got to pretty much go through all of this and decide what I want in chests and what I don't. Actually no, I want everything in chests. But yeah, I'm thinking like seeds and like already started seeds and trees and stuff all down this end because I don't need it as much. I'm thinking food types and mob drops. I got no idea. Random stuff. It'll come to me over time. But yeah, this is the overflow section, so it just comes straight up, chugs along, and then drops into these two. I just don't think I'll have that much going into them, so I'm not needing heaps. I shouldn't have that much, I've got enough storage, I think. Just like that, after a couple of deaths even, it's done. Greenery, dirt, wool, seeds, trees. I've got all dirt blocking all the ones that I just don't have stuff for yet. I think they're mostly empty. Yep, I started running out of dirt even. Just random stuff, and then there's the food. Don't even know. More random stuff. Foods. Mob drops. Oh, my nether chest. That's right. And at the moment, all these things are dropping into the overflow at the moment because there's no point. You can't stack them, so they're just going to fill up spaces in the other system. And I must have made a mistake. I have to find a spot for those. So anything that lands in this last chest, I've just got to take out and try to find a home for. But as always guys, thanks for watching.